I just wanna feel you shine, 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 shine.
Hi, I'm Shanaz Dorset with Black Sheep Mag, and I'm here with the wonderful Jessie Boykins III.
What's going on? How you doing?
You had your first show here last night at Cargo. Amazing show. You definitely tore it up, and you had the crowd in the palm of your hand. How do you prep for a show like that? How do you channel that confidence?
I like to take it, I like to just be numb for a while. Like everybody gets high energy and yeah, we about to perform. Like I like to conserve all my energy and visualize myself already performing to that audience. I like to walk around the crowd and feel out the vibe of the audience and see who's in there and see who's talking during what's going on and all that. I like to just be observant of all of that.
I heard that you were mentored by Bilal. How did that come about?
That's funny. Bilal, that's my homie, man. Bilal, I remember when I was in college, I think I was like 18 or 17, and we met through a mutual friend of ours because Bilal went to school. I went to New School University, and we were at a jazz club, and they were like, you should go say what's up to B. And I was like, B who? They were like, Bilal. I'm like, all right. So I went and talked to him for a little bit. He was cool, and he was a little drunk though, so he didn't really remember me. So the second time I introduced myself again, and he was like, I think I remember you. I'm like, all right, cool. And the third time I finally, we talked again. We kept bumping into each other. And I was like, man, I really have this whack voice trainer. Like, I know you don't teach lessons, but, can I get at least 3 lessons from you? And he was like, yeah, I'll teach you some lessons. And 3 turned into 6, and then 6 turned into 9, and then 9 turned into next semester, and next semester turned into next semester. And he really helped me and showed me how to be an honest artist, And that's probably what I got from him the most, how to be an honest artist and just the mind frame to have when it comes to creating and, when you want people to connect with you, Yeah.
So who else would you say that you've been influenced or kind of nurtured by as far as other artists?
I mean, my other mentors, that she was pretty dominant in my musical upbringing was, her name is Miss Shanita Hunt. She's out of Miami, and she taught me, and she put me onto a lot of songwriters and a lot of singers, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, cats of that nature, Donny Hathaway. And then, in college, it was just more so I was a sponge in college. It was a jazz school, everybody's from different parts of the world, all in one space. So somebody's like, yo, you should check out Led Zeppelin. I'm like, Led Zeppelin? All right, well, I never heard of them. I'll check it out. You should check out Pink Floyd. I'm like, Pink Floyd? All right, let me get that. Yo, this Beatles, Abbey Road, you should check this out. I'm like, all right, I'll check that out, So I was definitely just like this in college, like this, and it's all in here, So I took a lot of different influences in really fast.
So this new album, Love Apparatus, tell us about it. What can we expect from this new joint?
It's definitely a more lyrical album than my last one, than Beauty Created was. And it's definitely forward to me as far as soul music goes, because a lot of people, soul music, you gotta have the organs and the horns and the guitar and the Rhodes and the drums, and that's what soul music is. But I definitely feel like I'm taking soul music to another level with this album. It's really 80s themed. I didn't really want it to be like that, but it ended up like that, which is cool with me because I really dig the music in the 80s because that's when a lot of cats like Herbie Hancock was getting on a Yamaha synthesizer and doing crazy stuff, but he's still a jazz pianist. That's when cats like Stevie Wonder was trying stuff like the talk box. That was like experimental mode for all the great musicians to try what was coming up, the new up and coming. So I definitely got that kind of wavelength from them.
It's interesting because sort of this whole the term and the label neo soul has kind of become a little bit controversial right now with artists who are classified that way.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, and where do you place yourself? What do you call your music? What do you want us to?
That's a really good question. I never really liked the word neo soul. It's probably it's one of those words that were made up for marketing basis. Because soul has been around forever. Like soul is in jazz, soul is in R&B, old school R&B, soul is in old school rock and roll, Little Richard. That's soulful. Like, to me, it's not like a genre per se. Like, I'm not a genre, I'm soul music, and anything that's soul to me is anything from the heart, anything passionate, anything that invokes emotion that I can connect with, and that's where I put myself. One of my biggest goals is a world tour. I want to experience and see how different cultures react to my music. I want to see the power in it. I want to see what it does, how it makes different people feel. That's probably one of my biggest things. I want to go and perform in front of 10,000 people in Japan and have them sing all my lyrics and them not even know English. I want to feel that, like a lot of times that's lost in art. Like, people just want that fast money, or like, I want a hot single, I want to make the top charts. No, like, I wanna be around forever.
Cool. Any collaborations on the new album?
Theophilus London is on the song, and he's one of my better friends, and we do a lot of music together. You know, our creative, we're on the same wavelength as far as when it comes to creating. And Fonte from Little Brother and Foreign Exchange, he's actually on the song as well. That's my big homie. You know, he puts me on a lot of stuff I don't know about, and you should check this out. And you know, so he got on the song with me. So those are the two features. And then production-wise, it's Machine Drum. He's one of my favorite producers, and we've worked on this album for about a couple months now, like 9 months. And I produced a couple songs on the album, 3 or 4 songs. And this other producer, his name's Phantom Lover. He produced Chanel on the Beauty Crate album.
Okay.
So that's the song with Fonte on it. So it's definitely gonna be a good album. I don't know. I never really want to be the kind of artist that always has to reach out and feel like I need another artist to get on the track for it to be liked. You know, like I'd rather be the person that people request for. So if that takes me 5 albums in for John Legend to hit me up to do a song, then that's what it's gonna take. You know, but I'm never gonna be like, yo, I gotta get a song with, you know, I gotta get James Brown on the song. If he was around, I'm never gonna be that kind of artist. I want to be recognized for my art first. And if you look at it, like a lot of artists who you like don't really do a lot of collaborations. Like Maxwell, never done a collab. Like he's done one, I think, Nas or something like that. Sade, she's another artist that seldomly does collaborations. You know, like that has a lot to do with your brand and how people conceive you. You know, Prince, you can't hear Prince on another song with somebody. You know, he'll do a live show with someone, like he'll share a moment with someone, but he won't. You know, like it's really hard. So I really look at it like that. You know, from that point of view.
Your lyrics tend to be, you know, quite heartfelt, and obviously the last album and the one before it were quite focused on love. Is all of it autobiographical?
Not all of it. I mean, you know, it's definitely, I feel like a lot of people experience the same things, you know, just in different times. So like, I write songs about things I probably haven't experienced yet, you know, but my friend, you know, or my roommate comes in my room like, man, I can't believe this girl's tripping on me, blah, blah, this. And he does something that I've never done before, you know, as far as relationship goes. And I want to document it, then I'm going to do it, you know. Like, to me, because it's all about connection. Like, most of the time, everything that I'm going to write is personal because it's from me, you know. I wrote it. So it's definitely personal. Like, I'm not a gimmick. You know, I don't write a song like a bubblegum catchy song for you to like. Like, everything that I write is from my heart, or from something that I've experienced or something that I can connect with. So I definitely look at that as all personal. So everything I release will be personal.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're really excited to have you here in the UK.
Thank you.
And we need to know, when are you going to be back?
I'm shooting for the summer. I'm shooting for the summertime. So hopefully I'll be back in the summer with the band. You know, I'll bring my band over with me this time and we'll get it in.
A sample of my fantasies.